Alright guys, I'm sorry that this is late. My personal computer, which is where I make these videos, died, and so I had to come all the way home and now I have to make the video. So I'm going to show you an example of how to do this synopsis. You guys probably remember this from last year, but in case you don't, it's a good reminder. In class today we did the full verb. We showed kind of the full complexity of the verb, every single form that we know. Well, a synopsis is going to allow us to show that we know the same information, but show it in a more compact way, a way that's not going to make us write so much, a way that's going to not take as much time. So we're using rogo, rogare, rogawi, rogatus. It's an ARE verb, right? And therefore it's going to be a first conjugation. So that's important for us to think about, right? Especially when we know that the future, right, can have two sets of endings. I'm sorry, my pen strokes it's tough to write on this thing. But anyway, we know that the future can have two sets of endings. So what we're going to do is we're going to first decide how we have to do the synopsis. What person and number. So I've asked for it in the first person singular. Now, some of you might just immediately know what that is. If you don't, it's not a problem. We just write out our endings, OST, mus, tis, und, and we do it like this. Singular, plural, first, second, third. So I want first person singular. I go first, singular, and it's there. All right, I want the O form, so the I form for all of these. Now before we do anything else, let's go ahead and define our principal parts. So we have rogo, this word means to ask, right? So our first principal part is always just I ask. Rogare is your infinitive, the RE, so that would be to ask. Rogawi, that's your third principal part, right? So that's under the ding-ding line, I asked. And then rogatus, right? We know this is the perfect passive participle. I don't know if you remember that from last year. But remember, having been asked. And we're going to use that a lot more this year, so get ready for that. Okay, so now, right, we're going to go through and fill out our chart just as we would, except instead of filling out every form, we're just going to fill out the O forms, the first person singular forms. So, this is actually fairly easy because when I go to deal with the present, normally I'd cut off that RE and I have that A and then I'd, form my stem. But really, my first principal part form is right there. It's just rogo. So that's how I'm going to start. And then I can jump over to the passive and just change my ending. So where the active endings are OST, mus, tis, und, the passive endings, right, are ris, tor. So rogo is just going to change to rogor. Imperfect, okay, I cut off my RE up here. So this is where I'd have to do it, right? My stem is roga, and this is a simple stem because the A doesn't change, it's long. So I'm just going to add my imperfect ending, bomb, and then I'm going to add my passive ending. Instead of bomb now, right, M changes to R, so roga bar. When I go to the future, I need to think to myself, is this a first, second, third, or fourth? Because I'm going to decide if I use bo, bis, bit, or amiset. Excuse me, this is a first, so we're going to use bo, bis, bit, right? So it'll be roga, bo. And then let's just make it passive, rogabor. How easy is this? Now we come to this line. This is our ding-ding line, right? Ding, ding. Oh, nope. Almost brought in a picture there. Ding, ding, right? This is our ding-ding line. So what I'm going to do is afterwards, okay, down here, for the perfect, now I'm going to use the third principal part, right? So, and this is nice because, again, I'm looking for just I asked here, right? And it's right there. So I could cut off the I and I'm going to add the I back, but it's rogawi. When I jump across the dong-dong here, the dong-dong line here, to the passive, now I'm going to use the fourth principal part, right? But notice, this is a good part to kind of stop yourself and say, am I doing this in the masculine, feminine, or neuter? Because depending on that, this could be rogatus, rogata, or rogatum. Now, I've asked for it in the masculine, so fairly easy. I'm just going to use rogatus. And I also have to kind of think, well, maybe it could be rogati, right? If I'd asked for this in the plural, I would have had to have been rogati. But it's masculine and singular, so the us is fine. Rogatus, and then I'm just going to use some, like we did in class today. Go back to the pluperfect, right? Again, the third principal part over here, so rogawa, rogaweram. And then here, same ending, just used after the fourth principal part, rogatus eram. Future perfect, again, rogawa. Under the ding line is beautiful, it never changes. And then rogawero, same ending, rogatus ero. Look at this. This is easy. That's an O. You probably can read that. Participles, okay? When we jump down to the participles, now we just want to form the participle as if it's just a regular singular masculine. So we're going to form the regular present active participle. So remember, to form the regular present active participle, we're going to take the RE off to get our stem. So we have roga, and then we don't have to make any changes, just NS, rogans. And I could change this in different cases, right? Rogantis, roganti, but we're going to stick with rogans here. For the perfect passive participle, it's really nice. It's just the fourth principal part, right? And singular masculine, so it's just rogatis. And then for the future, we're still going to stick with us, but remember, for the future, we use the UR for future. So it's going to change to rogatorus, because we're going to add it in. And that is how you do your synopsis. Very simple, okay? The only thing that you really do have to watch out for, though, is make sure that you check what person and number you're doing it in, okay? And there's your synopsis. So hopefully that'll help you with your homework. I'm sorry again it's late, and I'll see you guys in class tomorrow. Bye.